Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to my lecturer, Miss Aslinda binti Hashim, and all my fellow audience. My name is Muhammad Alif Aiman bin Baru Hisham. Today I want to present about the current issues, about the topic of the video in terms of the financial issues, which is related in unethical behavior. The topic is about the one coin. The person is Ruja Ignatova. Before I present a detail and a more information about this topic, let me show to you all about a little bit teaser about this video. Let's watch.
One seemed especially fitting. That's because today we have a story to share. A story about one of the biggest cryptocurrency scammers in history. Going by the name of Ruja Ignatova, she convinced the whole world that her cryptocurrency OneCoin would be the next big thing. However, it turned out that once all was said and done, the entire thing was a sham and defrauded investors of over $3 billion. Welcome to this episode of Super Freaky Science. Who is Ruja Ignatova? First and foremost, Ruja Ignatova was born on May 30th, 1980 in Sofia, Bulgaria, and after immigrating to Germany at the age of 10, she would eventually go on to earn a PhD in European private law at the University of Constance. As a very charismatic and intellectual person, she was able to easily win over people's trust, which is perhaps what made her skilled at parting people with their hard-earned cash. In fact, as a result of her charisma, she was able to begin a career as both a company owner and a con woman. That's because after serving a 14-month suspended sentence for fraud in 2012, in 2014, she founded OneCoin.
Okay, after we see the video that I show, let's we go to the introduction, which is do you know who were the biggest person who involved in cryptocurrency scam and which have the record of the cryptocurrency scam in history? She is Ruja Ignatova. She is a business model which have involved in many types of business, so that she has a plan to make a investment scam to people who want to invest. Before this, she has founded a OneCoin in 2014 that promised their form currency that would outpace a Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency, and she also used it as a modus operandi, which is to fraud around people who want to invest it. Okay, next we go to the contents, which is the summary of the cases of the fraud scam of the Ruja Ignatova. Firstly, in the summary of the story, in 2012, Ignatova created a large cryptocurrency company. In 2012, a great recession was began. She also was being a form of OneCoin and introduced to people in the type of the cryptocurrency of the online business, which is she targeted the people by recruit them by using the pyramid of scam. In the pyramid scam, she always doing the scam by involve and attract and convincing the people who want to invest it by make once by the sim legitimate in the law to prevent the authority to detect their fraud activity. However, finally, in 2017, the US Department was detected her in the fraud scam activity, which is the Ignatova realized that her time was up. Okay, next we go after summary is the issue that I highlight it in the cases of Ruja Ignatova. Firstly, the issue was the highlighted is about the cryptocurrency, which is a one coin, is a digital currency who was produced by a public network in the internet and online platform, such as a radio and a government also use a cryptocurrency activity to make sure payment is acceptable and reach safely in the online platform to substitute the traditional or conventional method in payment banking. Next, also cryptocurrency also can be used either as a tool to make sure to misuse by the fraud, by the criminal involving in the financial harm activities, which is the such as using a Ponzi scam, like I said earlier, like a pyramid scam and an investment scam to get the higher profit in the short term. Okay, next we go to the problems and the solution in this issue. Okay, firstly, the problems that I highlighted and find is the problem is about who is Ruja Ignatova always plagiarize of all of information such as financial activities, and she also, so that we must find solution by the keep track of the source of information, so that you will get find to the words of others. Okay, next, the problems is the value of one coin not determined by current market. This is because the value is usually using a fraud and which is not exist. So we must avoid, the solution is we must avoid the introduce and prevent the MLM elements, because in MLM elements it has the harm of the digital financial performance, and so that and lastly, the problem is about the pyramid and Ponzi scam, which I highlighted earlier. And lastly, solution is before you want to invest it in another platform, you must check and must register in the agency which is a registered authority, such as US Department if you in United States, to prevent any harm and fraud activities. Next, we go to conclusion. In this story, we highlighted that Ruja Ignatova have a greedy attitude to the pursuit of wealth, because she always dreaming to find her ambitious and achieve to gain the wealth, higher wealth. Next, from the lesson above, we must need to be involved and prevent the dishonest in running in business, because in the business we want to serve and want to do the right way if you are involved in business. Next, the conclusion that I have learned is the cryptocurrency is the new method of digital form, which is you can involve it to substitute the current or traditional platform, such as you using the money, you can substitute by using a cashless money, such as a e-wallet, touch and go, so you can achieve and gain more knowledge about the online platform. Next, lastly, we must improvise the Bitcoin business, that we must register and check it with the authority legal information, so such as agency, authority agency like MSA, such as SPRM, Suruhanjaya Pencegahan Rasuah, and we must find any seek financial expert to prevent the problem of fraud scam who was come to us when we have no knowledge about it. So we must find the financial advisor to prevent from any scam activities such as Bitcoin. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Before I end my conversation and presentation, I want to remind all of you that we must wearing a mask, use a sanitizer, and keep social distancing, and stay safe at home if you have not have any intention to go in any place, and we must together to prevent the pandemic of COVID-19, insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.